Okay, very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Chennai Power BI second webinar. And this time we are back with a deep dive into Power BI. But before we go through, I would like to take you through some of the information about the Power BI group, the CPBIG, and what we are doing in terms of Microsoft for community as well as passes local user group. Okay, I'm just trying to get my screen to the next slide. Okay, so as you know, this is the CPBIG group where we have integrated both Microsoft's Power BI user group as well as Parsers Power BI local group and forming a brand new community just to help and surrounding IT people based in Chennai, but not just for people who are in Chennai, but anywhere in the world with the Chennai spirit. All right, so that's CPBIG, what we have. The animation is a bit slow. All right, so I'm in slide CPBIG for the Microsoft one. So if you're not already registered, please feel free to go to pbiusergroup.com/Chennai and get yourself registered and become a member for this Power BI community. And also visit pass.org and get yourself joined to the local groups that specifies to Chennai. And I've given the screenshot here. And you also can become a member of the CPBIG, and with the CPBIG then we organize into various categories for local meetings or webinars or any other events that's going to come across in Chennai. So as of now we have already completed one local group meeting, that's the first one, and we have done one webinar. This is our second webinar that we are presenting. And then going to the next slide. Okay, so here is an aggregated link for you guys to see. In one place you can see all of the links where it will help you to easily log in and then get yourself registered. And the upcoming events like Q2 we have completed. For Q3 the announcement has already been made, so it will be on August 14, 2017. And the location is going to be the same, but we will confirm that in a email or through forums pretty soon. And for Q4 not yet decided, so that will be announced at the earliest. And it's not just about attending and being an attendee for a webinar or local group meetings, but we're also giving opportunities for anyone to volunteer, to speak, or to recommend for any sponsors. So you can do so by submitting your sessions to speak in this tinyurl.com website. And if you need to have more sort of information, please feel free to drop an email to info@dayjob.com for anything else. We'll try and get back to you as soon as possible on that. And this is another great event that's happening in Seattle, Washington, PAS Summit 2017. The discount code that you can use here is for $150. With this, whatever the price that you're going to go for is a 3 days event or the full course event, you'll have $150 off. But bear in mind, after July 23rd, the price is going to go up to plus $500. So you still have only less than 2-3 weeks. So make sure to utilize the opportunity that you have here. And if you know anyone who would like to be in IT to also to be participating in Power BI group, ensure that they can get into the every single place and they can get more information about the community services events that's happening across via Chennai Power BI. So these are the informations that you have. And thanks for attending this webinar. And I'll pass over this session to Hari Haran, who will be taking the deep dive into Power BI to level 2. Thank you all. Hari, you can take over.
Hi everyone, first of all thank you for attending this webinar in your busy schedule. So I just need to remind you that this deep dive into Power BI is a series of webinar. In last webinar I just covered level 1. In level 1 I just covered a few concepts which I will recap quickly. in another slides. So about myself, I'm Harigaran. I'm a lead consultant in Your SQLman India Private Limited. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I have working in experience in MSBI and SAP HANA and business objects. So I have a blog. So I'm keep writing the blogs about Power BI and SQL Server concepts. And I'm available in Twitter, LinkedIn, and this is my email ID hari@yoursqlman.com. If you have any queries related to Power BI, then you can feel free to send an email and I will be responding you. So this is the first level 1. So last session I just covered these concepts, like we gone through M language and tax language, and we gone through some of the transformations in Power Query, and we have discussed more about data connectivity, like direct query and import option. Then we have discussed about live connection. So if you missed that first webinar, then still you can watch that webinar in YouTube. You can use use this URL, tiny URL. Alright, so these are the topics that I am going to discuss today. Like we are going to talk about parameters and functions, Power BI templates and gateways. Then finally we'll be talking about report visuals. Alright, parameters and functions. So parameters and functions is one of the feature in Power BI desktop. So it was introduced in April 2016 update features. So by using these features, we have easily pass the dynamic values to the Power BI report. So this is only applicable for Power BI desktop files. So you can't search anything Power BI parameters and functions in Power BI cloud services. So if you have installed Power BI desktop files, you will be seeing these options. So if you take parameters, the parameter is the one which we regularly using in databases and the reporting services. So using that parameter, we can do multiple options, like we can filter or we can pass the dynamic values on a runtime. So if you take these parameters, we have three default options. Those are any value and list of value, then finally query. So by using these options, you can pass the values to the parameter, like a list of values to the parameter, and we can show that list of values on our runtime. So I just need to talk about parameters and functions with common three scenarios. So the first scenario is filter the records. So basically, if you are getting a record from different databases, if we want to filter something, basically we need to filter on a database level or in a table level. So that will help us to improve the performances. So in case if you want to get all the records from the databases, you want to filter it out in the reporting layer. In here it is Power BI. So in Power BI in memory. So if that is the case, you can still hard code that filter value on a Power BI query editor. So that is going to be static one. So once you are filtered and once you are created a report, you can see only that filtered records. In case if you are sharing that report to anyone, so they will be seeing only that filter records. So by using these parameters, we can dynamically filter the values, so we can change the values on runtime. So if you are sharing this particular Power BI desktop file to anyone, so they can filter some other value and they can see their own interested results. So that will be the one of the scenario. And next, the common scenario is apply transformation to all the files. So for example, you have plenty of files that you need to import into Power BI, and finally you need to append all the files into a single query, which will be the source for your report visuals. So if that is the case, if that particular file is not properly formatted, you need to do all the formatting options through different transformations inside Power Query editor. So for example, if you take a single file and you are doing multiple transformations and you need to do the same transformations for all other files, then it will be taking so much of time. So to avoid that, we can create we can take a single file and we can apply the transformation as a one time, and we can take that transformations and we can apply into all other files. So it is going to be possible with parameters and functions. The third scenario is passing multiple values to the parameter. So basically with the parameter in Power BI, so we can pass only one value at a time. So to pass multiple values, still we can use parameters and functions, we can pass multiple values. So in this case I'll be showing these three scenarios as a demo. So I'll cover most of the things in demo session. Alright, the next topic is Power BI template. So Power BI template is one of the feature. Again, it was introduced in April 2016 update features. So template will help us to reduce our workload. So it is going to streamline our work. So we don't want to repeat the same work again and again. In case if you are preparing a template for your report, you can set up, you can format everything as a single report BI file. Then you can convert that PBI file into PBIT file, so Power BI template file, and you can share that with others, so that they can use the template, so they can do any more changes on top of that. So it will reduce our workloads. Alright, so this template is just going to have a metadata of our reporting elements. So it is going to have the definition of report, data model, and queries, that we generated through the drag and drop the visuals. So these are the things which going to have inside the Power BI template. So once the template is ready, you can export the template and you can share it with anyone, so they can import into their Power BI desktop and they can start using that template. So I have a demo for these two concepts, parameter and functions, then Power BI template. Let me open. Okay, I just open Power BI desktop file. So let me cover the first scenario first. So let us try to create a parameter and function to filter the records. So I'm just getting the data from SQL Server, is my data source, and here I'm just passing my server name and my database name. So here I don't want to specify my database, so I'll just go to click OK. So it is going to list out all my databases. So let me take one of the table from AdventureWorks, DW 2014. Let me take a dim product table. So I'll just click edit option, so where we are going to see the information inside Power Query Editor. So we just got this table, so it is directly imported from SQL Server. Alright, so here I'll just choose one of the column. Let me take color column. Alright, so here these are the values under color column. So alright, so if I choose blue, I'll just click OK. It has added a new transformation. It means we filtered blue records, so it is going to show only the records which has color blue. Alright, so if I click close and apply, so that's it. We just filtered statically, I mean there we hard coded the value, so we can't change the value at a runtime. So if I drag and drop color, so it is going to show only blue color. So let me try to zoom a bit. Alright, so here we can use the parameter to dynamically change the values at a runtime. So alright, so to create a parameter I need to go back to again query editor. So I'm in query editor. So under query editor you can see manage parameters. So I can click manage parameter and I can see an option called new parameter. So I just click new parameter. I just need to name the parameter, and these are the options like data type of the column. So I'll just take text as a data type, and as I said, these are the default values, any value, list of values, and query. If I choose any value, then I need to manually type the value. For example, I type red. If I click OK, so we just created a simple parameter with the value called red. We need to pass this parameter into our main query. So our query name is dim product. So I'll just again go back to the same column, color column. Okay, here if I go to text filters, I can choose the different options. So in this case I'll go with equals. So here you can see an option where we can use the parameters directly. So if I choose parameter, so I have a color parameter, so by default it has selected. Click OK. I think we don't have any records for it. Let us change to black. Alright, refresh. Table is empty. Color, yeah, equals color, parameter color. Alright, so I'll just go back and set up again with the parameter. Alright, so it has changed to black. So previously we added the filter already on black, so on top of that I tried to add a red color, so that was the reason it was not showing any records. So now I used parameters to filter these options. Since it is any value, we just had a hard coded value, still we can see the results here. So if I go to edit queries, I can see an option called edit parameters. So in a runtime I can change the value. So and if I click OK, it is going to display, click apply changes. It is going to show me the latest data which I passed on the parameter. So on this parameter again we have two options. So let me go back to the same parameter. So instead of typing value manually, we just have a list of values. So if I select a list of values, I have an option to create a list of values. So I will just click black, right. I need to choose which one is default value and which one is current value. So if I click close and apply, still I can see the default value. If I click this option edit parameters, end user going to see these two different options from the list of values. They can choose from the list of values instead of typing manually. Alright, so the next option is query. So still we can change the parameter to use the query. So to use that query, we need to have a query. So as of now we don't have a query. Query is nothing but a list of values, so we need to create a query with a list of values separately. So I'll go to dim product. So this time this is going to take a list of values from SQL Server. So I'll just take color column. I'll just remove this filter. Alright, clear filter. I can close this one. So here if I right click, I can choose an option called add as new query. So if I click add as new query, so it has created a list of values. So we need to have only distinct values. So I can remove items, remove duplicates, so it is going to have only list of values. So we can name this as color name. Right. So we can pass this list of value or query into our parameters. Go to manage parameters, choose query, and this time you can see an option called color name, which is list of values, and we need to pass the current value. Click OK and click close and apply. So before that again we need to apply that parameter since we removed that. Text filter equals and parameter. Right, so click close and apply. So once it is done, if you click this option, it is going to show again list of values. This time it is going to fetch the data from direct SQL Server table. So it is not hard coded value or it is not manually typed value. Alright, so these are the three different options that you can use to create a list of values for the parameters. Alright, so Second scenario is so when we have a bunch of files, you need to apply the single transformations to all other files. So for that demonstration, let me create a new file. So this time I have a data in CSV format. So let get data and choose text and CSV file, connect. So I have three different files. So basically it is just extracted from our AdventureWorks DW 2014. So year wise I just extracted 2010, 11 and 12. I'll just take 2010 and I'll just click edit. So alright, basically we need to convert this query as a function. So the traditional way is we need to go to advanced editor and we need to change these options to create a functions. So this will be possible only with mQuery language. So if you know mQuery language, you can directly come into advanced editor where you can pass the functions. So the other way is you can still convert this query as a function by changing a few other options. Like for example, in this case I just don't want to have these three different columns. I'll just remove this and I'm just trying to do a few transformations before create as a function. So that's it. I hope this is fine. So let me take this column as text. So okay, that's fine. So for demonstration I just had only two transformations, so this is sufficient. So the next one is you need to go to source. All right, and you need to expand, you need to see the file content. So you need to take this file. Basically we are going to take this file and we are just having a binary information of this file. So you can get it from advanced editor, you can just copy paste, or you can just copy paste from this formula window. Alright, so you need to copy from file.contents until this CSV. Alright, so here you need to create a new blank query. So go to blank query. So under blank query, go to advanced editor. There you can have an option to pass that value. So you need to pass that path of the file near to the source. So make sure you are not getting any error. So I don't have any error, so click done. So basically we just created a single file which is nothing but a binary file. So I'll take name as binary, sample binary. So the next option is we are going to create a parameter. Alright, so we are going to create a parameter with binary as a data type. Go to manage parameter, click new parameter, and I'll just name it as binary file. Alright, so the type is going to be binary and suggested value is binary. Default value, it is going to show the binary format. So the default value is sample binary, which we created now, and current value also binary. Alright, we created a parameter. So next thing is we need to go to that query. So it is taking, so it is loading. Come on. Let me close this out. Oh god, I think I closed that file. Sorry for that. Let me do it quickly. So I just closed that file, so I'm just repeating that steps again. Just text. Alright, and next. create a new blank query and advanced editor. Click done. Name that query as sample binary and create a new parameter. Change to binary. Suggested value is same. Default value, current value. Click OK. I'm not sure why it is taking this one. Alright, so we just created a binary file and a parameter with the binary data type. So now we need to go to that our first file. So we need to go to source and we need to change this information to a parameter. So basically we just converted this as a parameter. So I'll just replace this value with our parameter name. So our parameter is binary file, and make sure you're not getting an error on the next step. So I have changed that as a parameter binary file. So if I go to next step, still I'm seeing the results. Alright, so there is no issue. So make sure that you are not getting any issue. So the next one is I have a few other files on the folder, so I need to import that into Power BI. Go to new sources, go to more and click folder, click connect, and it is under documents, sales, account. Click OK. So I have 3 files inside folder. Click edit. Alright, I need only this binary content because we are going to convert this sales underscore 2010 into a function, and we are going to pass that function for this content column. So I don't want other columns, so I'll just keep only these 2 columns. Just select and click remove other columns. Alright, so next I'm going to convert this query as a function. So just right click and click create function. I'll just name it as my function. Click OK. So basically this function requires this binary file parameter. Alright, if I go to account, so I'm going to create a new column. So that column will use this binary content as a input. So that column will combination of this function. So add column, click custom column and use that function and pass the one of the column. Here I'm going to pass that binary value column and click OK. So as you can see, it has generated a table for each file. So if I click this option, so that double side arrow, so it is going to show all the columns. Alright, so basically it has applied all the transformations that we done on sales underscore 2010 query. Alright, click OK. So here you can see, so to verify that, you can go to function. Alright, so if you expand this, so it has the transformations which we applied on this one. So we just done change data type and remote column. For example, if I add another transformation like to have only top 15 records, so this transformation will be applied onto the binary function. So here you can verify that. So this transformation is applied. So the same transformation is applied for this second set of queries, which is nothing but account. So it is just a combination of 3 files. Still it has only 15 records for each file. Here you can see total records is 45 records. So it means whatever the transformation that you are applying on a single this common file will be applied on all other files. Alright, so this is the second scenario. So you can start building a report on these accounts because it is having all the 3 records data. So this is second scenario. Third scenario is passing multiple values to the parameter. So let me take a new file again. Let me close this out, close and apply. a new file. So this time I'm going to get the data from SQL Server again. Get data. So basically I'm going to get the data from SQL Server, and I'm going to pass the parameter from CSV file. So I'll choose SQL Server database. Inside database I have a procedure. So I have a procedure where I can pass the input parameter value. SQL VM 2016, and my database name is Adventure Works 2016, sorry, DW 2014. And I'm going to use the other option, so where I can pass the SQL statement directly instead of choosing the tables. Execute USP underscore sales by country, and I need to pass one of the value as a parameter. So I'll just pass France as a value. So I got the results from the store procedure. I just click edit. Alright, so here we just got a data. Again we are going to create a new parameter, just named as country name, and I'll keep everything same, and I'll use this as Canada. Alright, so I just created a parameter. I need to integrate this parameter inside this query. So I need to go to this window, formula window. Here I can change this France. France is a hard-coded value which we passed on the statement section. So here I'm going to replace this hard-coded value with the parameter. So our parameter name is country name. Right, that's it. So we just passed the parameter, still we are getting a data, but previously we got data related to France. Now we got data related to Canada because we have a value Canada in our parameter. So next one, we are going to add a CSV file. So instead of passing this value, we are going to control this query with CSV file. So I'll take that CSV file. So before that, let me show that file. So here I have three different values, so I'll change to two values. So here in this file I have two different values. I'm going to use this file. So this time it is going to filter data for Canada and Germany. So filter in the sense it is going to pass this value to that store procedure, and it is going to fetch the results. Again it is going to pass that another value to the store procedure, and it is going to get the results. Alright, so I'll just choose this country, and I got this file. So I'm just going to rename the column country. Alright, so that's it. Now we are going to convert this query as a function. So I'll just click create function, and I need to name my function again. Click OK. Alright, so we are going to invoke this function for this particular country query. So click add column, invoke custom function, and click my function. So this country is nothing but this column, so we are going to pass these values to that function. So here you can see two table generated. So each table have data filtered with Canada and Germany. So if I click this option, and you can see that information. So here you can see two values are there in a single table. So if you want to add another value, still you can add it on the file. So if I add France, just save the file and click close. If I go to country, if I refresh and and it is going to get the data for France as well. So it is going to get the data, and it is passing that data value to the store procedure. And here you can see we have three countries: France, Canada, and Germany. So these are the three different scenarios that you can make use of parameters and functions. The other one is template. So as I said, we can use that. We can create this PBIX file as a PBIT file as a template, and we can share it with anyone. So here to demonstrate and clear, let me open a new file. I don't want this file, and I don't want this file to. Okay, to demonstrate template, let us create a parameter with the list of values, and we can use that parameter as a template. So go to get data. So this time we can choose blank query, and I'm going to create a new parameter. So that is server. So here under suggested value, I'm going to choose list of values. I'll just take my server name, and I have another instance. Okay, these are the instance available in this box. Just click default value and current value. Click OK. I'm going to create another parameter for database. And, so I have only one database, so still I can use list of values. TW 2014. Alright. This is default value, current value. So I just created two different parameters. This time now I'm going to choose SQL Server. Here you can see an option. So here instead of passing a value manually, we can choose the option called parameters, and database again parameter. So under parameter you can choose another parameter, which is nothing but database. So here for database, it is going to take the value from our server parameter, and again database optional, it is going to take it from our AdventureWorks second parameter. Click OK, and it is going to list out all the tables and objects from AdventureWorks. So dim product, click OK. So once everything is done, click close and apply, and you can start create a report. And once you have done all the changes, you can choose an option called export, or you can go to save as option and choose the file template file, and you can save that file CPBIG. Alright, so if you want to share that file, you can share it with anyone. So let me open that file. So while other person is opening that file, it is going to give you the pop-up. So in case they don't have that specific server or specific databases, so still I mean that value of the server is different for them, still they can choose it from list of values. So you can prepare a list of values with available server and databases, so they can choose it. I'll take a second server this time, and database one, click load. So based on their server name and databases, they can connect directly, and they can start building the report. So make sure that same server name and the database is available on their instance. If it is not there, then you need to make sure to add another entry on the list of values. Alright, so that is about template. Okay, next one is next concept is data gateway. So data gateway is just specific for on-premises data sources. So it is about report which is deployed to the cloud services and our data source on premises. So this data gateways act as a bridge between the cloud report, cloud Power BI report, and our on-premises data sources. So this particular data gateway is not just for Power BI, it is also supported for Microsoft Flow, Logic Apps, and Power App services. So there are two different data gateway modes are there. One is personal mode and another one is that regular on-premises data gateway mode. So when you choose personal mode, we have some limitations, and we can use that personal mode only for a single user. So we'll see the difference between the personal mode and the on-premises data gateway mode. So it has using the encrypted credentials. So uh, when you create a report with on-premises data sources, you need to configure the data gateway in your cloud services. So while configuring, you need to pass your on-premises data source credentials like server name, database name, username, and password. So those credentials will be encrypted, and that will be decrypted while running that report, while the report is running online. So that specific credentials, that encrypted credentials, will be taken to the on-premises data sources, and it will decrypt, and it will pass that credentials, and it will get the data back to the cloud report. Okay, these are the difference between on-premises data gateway with personal mode and regular one. So with this personal mode, you can use that particular gateway for only Power BI, but for on-premises data gateway, regular one, you can use that for all other services like Power BI, Power Apps, Azure Logic Apps, and Microsoft Flow. So as I said, that personal mode is just only for a single user. If you want to access for multiple users, then you need to go with that regular one. Then next option is you can import data and set up schedule refresh, which is common for both the modes, regular and the personal mode. So when you take direct query or live connection, so those are just specific to SQL Server and other relational databases, and live connection for analysis services. So when you go with that option, you need to go with on-premises data gateway, which is regular one. So personal mode is not supported for direct query and live connection. And the other option is monitoring and auditing for data gateway and data sources. Still that is under still that is not available, so still they are building that option to be available for data gateway software. So by using that, you can easily manage how many data sources are pointed to the specific data gateway. So we need to know how this on-premises data gateway is working. So as I said, if you have multiple services on a cloud, each service will have a separate work. Like if you take Power BI, it has just for reporting services. Power Apps, where you can create a application for your organization. Like that, you can have a different cloud services. You can manage everything with the on-premises data gateway. So when you run a Power BI report on a cloud services, it is going to generate a script. So the script is nothing but like a select statement if you take as a SQL databases. So that script is going to reach our data gateway cloud services. So that cloud services is going to verify that script, and it is going to take that script with encrypted credentials, and it is going to push that information to Azure services. So Azure Service Bus is just a simple component that it is going to interact with multiple applications or services. So once that information is reached to the Azure Service Bus, that Azure Service Bus is going to communicate that information to our on-premises data gateway. So that on-premises data gateway, again, it is going to verify that script, and it is going to decrypt that credentials. So that decrypted credentials will be passed into on-premises data sources, and it is going to fetch the data, and again it is going to pass back to the cloud services. So based on the data, that visuals will render and it will show the results. So this is how this on-premises data gateway is working. Okay, when we talk about on-premises data gateway, we need to know what are the services working behind the scenes. So while installing on-premises data gateway, so it is going to create a Windows service account, so the service slash PBIEGW service. So using this service, this particular gateway is working. So you need to make sure that the service account is created, and it is going to make use of our default TCP port 443. So it is not going to create any inbound rules. It is going to have only that outbound rules, which is going to communicate with cloud services. So since it is using TCP port, if you are worried about security things, then still you can use HTTPS connection. So you can have an option on the right hand side. You can see the screenshot where you have an option to choose that HTTPS. So while using HTTPS, will be getting slow performance. So you need to make sure that that particular HTTPS connection is just used only for a certain period of time. So to get a good performance, still you need to go with that recommended option, TCP port. Alright, I'll show that demo. So I just installed on-premises data gateway. So while installing, you can download this from your powerbi.com, or you can download it from your Power BI portal. So let me show that. So once you logged in into portal, you can see option here, download option. So under download, you can see option called data gateway. So here you can download that gateway. It is going to be a piece of software. So while installing, you need to make sure to provide your Power BI cloud services. So in this case, I need to pass my username and credentials. So this username and password. So while I configured, I can see the application like this: status, service settings, diagnostics, and network. So once you are configured, you need to sign in once. So once you are done, you can ready to publish your Power BI report, which is directly which is directly connected with SQL Server. So which is nothing but direct access, direct query. Sorry. So let me show one report. Okay. So I have created a report with direct query option. So direct query is one of the data connectivity. So by default we'll be using import option. So import option will take all the data and it will store it into Power BI file, whereas in direct query it is going to take only the metadata, and the real data is going to directly get it from SQL Server databases. Alright, here if I go to edit queries and data source settings, and if I click change source, here you can see I used my server, my database, and here I choose direct query option. So I just build as it is, like I just imported 4 different tables, and I simply created this report. So I can publish this report into Power BI services, which I have done already. So here I just published this report. So this report is rendering, and it is getting the results from our on-premises data sources through that gateway. So once that gateway is installed, your next step would be like go to settings and go to manage gateway. So don't worry about these warning symbols. Alright, so this is my on-premises SQL Server. Here I'm just passing my server name and my database name and my credentials. So these are the credentials are encrypted and stored in cloud services. So once this setup is done, you can run that report, and whenever you run that report, it is going to directly fetch the data from your on-premises data sources. For this direct query, still we have option to schedule the refresh, like if you are pinning this particular report element for your data dashboard. So if you want to see the results, you can set up a schedule refresh. So when you go to dashboard, you can see the real-time data. So you have that option available. Alright, so like this you can still use analysis services live connection, still that is going to make use of this data gateway. Right. So the next topic is report visuals. So as you know, we just concentrated more on report modeling, data modeling. So under report visuals, we have different options. We can drag and drop that visuals, and we can make that report visuals more interactive by clicking another report element. Like even we have option to filter the data, and we have pages, and we have visual formatting. So instead of just showing this in a slide, I'll just show in a demo. So let me take this report. Here we have a visualization. Under visualization we have a bunch of bunch of charts. So if these charts are not sufficient for your requirement, still you have option to import it from your Office store. So you can directly download from Office store, and you can directly import into Power BI desktop file. So each report element, for example, each report element or visual is binded with the data. So here the data I just passed is English product subcategory name and values. So this is data binding. So each report element has separate data binding with different options. Here you have option called formatting. There you can see different options, like you can change the colors, you can change the size of the title, and few other informations. And as I said, for each report we have different pages, like we can create multiple pages. And here if you select specific report visual, and right hand side you can see an option called filters. So here you have option to filter your data. If you are filtering the data in SQL Server database itself, on in a second level you are filtering on edit query option and query editor, and third level you can filter it in report level as well. So if I click this option, I have this basic filtering, top n, and advanced filtering. So if I choose top n, I need to pass that how many number of records I just want to filter it out, and based on which value I need to filter it out. So like that we have a different filtering option available in this reporting section. So it is totally new new way of filtering the data. Instead of in a data modeling level, we can directly filter it out in a visualization level itself. And here, okay, in this type we can see page level filter and report level filter. If you want to apply the filter for the specific page, then you can use page level filter. For example, if I drag and drop color column, I have option to filter it out for the specific value. I can choose that specific filter will be applied to this particular page. So likewise, if I have multiple pages, if I drag and drop the same color column on the same pages, then that will be applied to this specific page. Alright, so next option is report level filter. So report level filter is nothing but a collection of pages, right? So if you want to apply level, then you can drag and drop and you can apply the filters. And other formatting option is, if you go to format, you have option called edit interaction. So for example, if I click let me close this filter. So if I click this option, it is going to filter it out for, so it is not interacted, right? Alright, so if I click this option, it is totally filtering all other visuals, right? So we have two options, like filter or we can highlight. So if I click this option, it is just you can see what are the options, like I just want to filter it out instead of just highlighting. So if I click this option, you can see this is highlighted and these are not highlighted, so it means it is selected. So we can change that into, select this option, I just need to filter it out instead of highlight, filter, filter. Like other formatting option is, you can bring forward specific visuals and bring send backward. You can align center, right, as like in PowerPoint or Word document. So it is same as distribute horizontally, distribute vertically. So these are the just normal formatting options available for the report, Power BI report. Okay, I just completed my contents. Any other queries? Okay, thank you.